Can your new favorite MC duo survive another chapter? Or will the King of Curses be crowned victorious? It's time to find out, Wee family, as we get to our full chapter 251 review. We left off last week with Yuta catching Sukuna off guard as he hit him with his very own cleave. We jump right back into the action this chapter, with the narrator letting us know Sukuna was struck by a mock cleave, as he asks himself when Yuta could have possibly, and before he finishes that thought, Yuta must have grabbed the blade with that mind-reading CT as he lets him know, you couldn't retrieve your last finger, could you?
Got him. We fucking got him.
And Yuji comes in with, you guessed it, a huge right hand, which Sukuna answers with a, I see, quite the mill. Wait. Run that back. Replay analysis confirms that is the most positive thing he has ever said to Yuji. Yuta continues punishing Sukuna's stomach mouth with a nice open palm strike, as Yuji, switching it up, comes in like Jorge Masvidal to Ben Askren and hits Sukuna with that flying knee right to the face. He goes for another hook, but Sukuna puts him in a headlock, and once again, another week, another game of tic-tac-toe on Yuji's stomach. Alright, Wee family. I got O's, you got X's, let's get it. Got him. Yuji, though, goes full savage mode here. Gives Sukuna the blood he made him shed right back as he spits a mouthful of it all over Sukuna's face. And if you've ever been in a fight, especially a lopsided one of this magnitude, this is exactly how it would be. You would use anything and everything to get an advantage, and it really doesn't get shown enough in battle manga, to be honest, but love seeing it here. Yuta continues laying on the damage as he lands a huge uppercut, sending Sukuna's head backwards, who still, regardless of the non-stop 3v1, he has still maintained that hollow wicker basket to perfection. Even with our squad doing everything to break it, Yuji gives himself that weekly pep talk as this truly is their last and best chance to take down Sukuna and get back Fushiguro. So no time for a power nap as he wheels himself back up saying, heal. Sukuna comments on his total cursed energy and control of this body are weakening quite a bit, as Rika grabs the king by the leg, throwing him full speed right into Yuji's capoeira kick to the face. And man, what a sequence this is going to be to see animated, just beautiful. Then we see both our MC's face turn to shock and excitement as Sukuna's hands finally start to release. The narrator, with the info dump, lets us know that Sukuna plans to release Hollow Wicker Basket and tank Angel CT in a desperate gamble to fire off, you guessed it, the world-splitting dismantle. But the big brains of Jujutsu Jump High knew it was coming, and they already had accounted for it, as we see Yuji and Rika both grab onto Sukuna's arms, and what is by far, in my opinion, panel of the motherfucking week. We see Yuta rip his fucking tongue out of his stomach mouth. Damn! Holy shit. What a sequence. Time out. Editor Weebdad here. Don't think this is panel of the week? Shit, you're wrong. But no, for real. Let us know what is in the comments. We will pick the best answer and send you a piece of custom art. That is all. Peace. Yuta throws that shit on the ground, commenting he wasn't able to use the expanded dismantle while using Wicker Basket. Even if it's a simple technique, he's forced to use chants and hand signs, or both. And our boy, Yuta fucking Akotsu, won't let him do either of those things. We then see Sukuna's face cut up and bleeding as he sends some weak-ass slashes Yuta's way. Yuta, realizing how much his power has decreased, comments that now he can get in close without fearing his CT. And in what I think the panel above accidentally got switched with, we see Sukuna wondering, what is happening? Brat's blood is bursting? And sure enough, we see Yuji, the last bloodbender, finally on panel using blood manipulation. We all knew it, but good to see it on panel finally. And on top of that, the next panel we see Sukuna's arm just floating in the wind. And if you're anything like me and have been literally praying for Nobara to be sitting in the Crowtube viewing room with Sukuna's finger and a hammer and nail, yeah, that all got crushed on the first page. But now, ultimate copium level achieved. What the fuck was that? Anyways, moving on. We switch it up to narrator Yuji, letting Big Bro Choso and everyone else know that on a general level, even if souls are mixed together, they will never become one. Chozo asks, could it be that you and Sukuna were just a special case? Or the same person? You never know, right? I can't feel a trace of the soul that formerly inhabited this body, Chozo says. That seems to be due to the massive gap in cursed energy between cursed objects and non-sorcerers. Her notes say that while a soul might sink deeper, it won't ever disappear or conjoin to become one. On a general level, though, if Megumi is an exception to this, we are in trouble. Yuji says, I added that part though. There was a cursed spirit named Mahito who was able to take the souls of others and join them together to create a separate creature. As long as a technique like that isn't in play, I think it's safe to assume that two souls can't become one. I think. I believe in good old Thick Sun's notes though, and I will wake Megumi's soul. And then Captain fucking Obvious here chimes in, if that's your plan, our technique might be beneficial, as the Angel CT is the eradication of its target's technique. No comment. If they hit him with Jacob's ladder before disrupting the sync between their souls, the survival rate is very low. Then, in another groundbreaking fucking hypothesis, she states, however, if we do separate the two souls and weaken their connection, the survival rate will skyrocket.
Wow.
Round of applause, man. Fucking holy shit. Angel's goddamn savant over here. We jump right back into the action though, Sukuna bleeding from both his mouths, and Yuji and Rika restrain him while Yuta hits him with the technique I have been bitching about not being used every week since its first use. Maximum output, Jacob's ladder. And sure enough,
You're cooked.
we see Sukuna getting barbecued as beams of light pierce the fallen one. Rika maintains her grip as Yuta and Yuji switch places, and we see Yuji charging up that fist with a very unique aura around it. Anything we have seen Gege draw before, and clearly must symbolize his soul-striking curse technique. As he yells, "Wake up, Fushiguro! Your bitch-ass been sleeping for weeks!" As he punches Sukuna dead on. We then learn the composition of the soul from that angle, Itadori and Okotsu's plan had no flaws. However, as we see someone say, "That's enough," we pan down to Yuji finally finding our long-lost Megumi, and he is face down on the ground and tells Yuji, "I have had enough." Yuji obviously stunned, thinking, maybe Megumi would be wanting to get out of there, or at least excited to see him, or just anything but this. And man, oh man, I won't go too far into my rant on this. Megumi already had it hard enough on Twitter the last few days, so we'll move on. The narrator lets us know that any will to live had already been extinguished, and we can only assume it was a mixture of the bath and having to watch his sister and sensei die at his own hands. But still, wake your bitch ass up, Yuji states. Or maybe that was me. Moving on, we then hear Sukuna start listing off his Xbox gamer tags again, and if you remember the last time he did this, the result was this. As we pound downward, sure enough, we see Sukuna has launched his world-cutting dismantle right through Yuta, Rika, and Yuji. Sukuna with that smug-ass smile as Yuta's domain begins crumbling behind him, feeling assured of his victory, no doubt, after landing the attack that took out the Magnificent One. But then, we see a shocked face on Sukuna as the narrator lets us know this strategy was common of Jujutsu sorcerers, a mediocre plan at best, that Sukuna, under normal circumstances, could have instinctively avoided, as the next panel shows a black figure piercing a blade right through Sukuna's back. And if it looks familiar, it should. The narrator finishes as we see none other than Maki Awaken Mode Zenin, a surprise attack on the individual assured of their own victory, pierced by the blade of a goddess, I refuse to say what it says there, with no cursed energy. And god damn, Gege, break next week? Man, how could you? After this, what a chapter. We got so many things answered, we've all been wondering about, but also did create a few more questions as always. With this big of a cliffhanger, we will probably go straight to the flashback of the last month and the plan, then get an update on Hakari and Urume, which I'm stoked to see that as well, but most importantly, what did you guys think? Is our duo cooked? Can Maki solo what's left of Sukuna after that Jacob's ladder and all the other damage our squad did? Look forward to discussing all of that and more with you guys in the comments. I started a Twitter right here if you want to follow me there, and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe with the Weeb family. And as always, I've been Weeb Dad. You've been absolutely positively fucking amazing. And remember, even a death wound painting can have ribs. Peace!
And where do you think you're going? Better get your ass back here and subscribe.